From Arkansas's #1 trusted source for weather. This is a severe weather alert.
Alrighty, good evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster Cam back here once again. Give me just 1 second. Move some stuff around back here. We've got a tornado warning in place that is going to be just to the north and east of Little Rock here. So give me just a bit. I apologize for all the issues we had. Facebook was giving me an issue for the last 20 minutes here. So let me double check. Can my guys make sure that I'm good audio-wise and I'm good on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV? Just double check that for me real quickly before we get started here. So I apologize for the issues, guys. We've had a lot of technical issues here trying to get the live stream going on Facebook here. But let's talk about this tornado warning in place right now. This is going to go for Jacksonville, Cabot, Ward, Beebe, and the El Paso area here. So if you know any one of these areas, that's going to be northwestern Lonoke County, southeastern Faulkner County, southwestern White County, and northeastern Pulaski County until 4:15 this evening here. Make sure that if you know any one of these areas, that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately here. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here. So we're good on YouTube. Double check me on Facebook. And I will double check myself on Roku right now here, guys. Like I said before, I apologize for the issue. This was just kind of a random tornado warning we talked to you guys about this morning. We said there was going to be a possibility, and that's what we've got here, guys. So give me just a second. Let me double check, because I'm having to check on this side over here to make sure that we're live on Roku as well. So we should be up and running on Roku, but let me double check and make sure that we are. Looks like we are. Alright, awesome. So we're now live on Roku, Fire TV, Facebook, and also YouTube as well here. So let's talk about this tornado warning real quick. Tornado warning is going to go until 4:15 this evening here. So it's going to be kind of a short-lived tornado warning in place here. But for my folks in Cabot, anyone that's traveling along, I'm going to call it Highway 167, El Paso, anyone up here in White County, also downstream towards the Searcy area. If you know anyone in Faulkner, Lonoke County, make sure that they're getting their tornado safe spots immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically possible here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to get the track going. Like I said before, just give me just a second. Let me get all this information up. And let's go over to your rotation detection real quickly here. Looks like it's going to be just to the west and southwest of Cabot. So this is going to be the area right in here. Okay, so we're going to put it to the northeast. I'm going to clock it at about 25 miles per hour. So Cabot, it's going to be on top of you within the next 7 minutes. Austin, 418. Ward, 422. El Paso, 425. 434 for Beebe. 446 for McRae. 447 for the Florida area, and also 454 for the Gardner area. So any one of these areas, make sure that they're getting to their safe spots immediately at this current time here. Also, if you bear me for just a minute, we've got a sponsor actually that is in the Austin area, C-Dubs. I'm going to give him a heads up. So give me just a minute here, and let me give him a heads up real fast. So that way he's good to go in that area here. So give me just a second. Let me get this track sent to him real quick. So I want you guys to do the exact same thing. You guys see the track. If you have any family members, friends, stuff like that, give them a heads up. Tell them what's going on and tell them to seek shelter immediately here. Okay, so let me double check. Looks like he's got that text. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're good to go now. So let's take a look at this rotation real quickly here. Looks like it's broadened out compared to where it was a couple of minutes ago when it was coming out of the Sherwood, Jacksonville area here. That's going to be the case today. This is not going to be a situation where, you have these big old EF3 plus tornadoes here. This is going to be a situation where you have these brief, weak spin-ups that occur along the line itself, and they have to be watched just in case they do produce a brief tornado here. So El Paso, Beebe, Ward, Cabot, take your tornado precautions immediately. My guys, make sure that Kim is good. I didn't get the chance to read the chat before I was able to go live, but make sure that she's good because she lives near the Cabot area here. So let me turn on the road network real quick, and let's talk about where exactly where this area of rotation is. So this is Highway 167, or you can call it interstate now, but I always will call it 167. Looks like the area of rotation right now looks like it's going to be right along Highway 5, which is just to the west and to the northwest of Cabot, west of Austin, west of the Ward area here. But my folks in El Paso, anyone that's traveling on 64 that runs out of Alonia, to BB. Make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to yourself and the outside as possible, and get to the lowest level of your home immediately here. So we're good on Roku, good on YouTube and Facebook. We're good to go here, guys. Like I said before, I'm sorry for the bumpy road, but that's what we got right now here. So it looks like they have John Cook, our forecaster. He's the kind of the bridge between us and National Weather Service. He says that the tornado warning has been expired with this one here. So I'll read off the latest information. Looks like they're still keeping it going. They're probably going to let it go until 4:15 this evening. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Little Rock Air Force Base, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation here, so looks like I saw the message, Kim. Looks like they're going to expire this tornado warning, which is awesome news. What they're probably going to end up doing is letting it go at 4:15. So that's awesome. Looks like like I said, the latest scan looks like the area of rotation is kind of broadened out, which is good news. That's what we want to see whenever we deal with one of these tornado warnings here. So let's take a look at the normal way that you would look at a radar here, and this is what we've got. So pretty much what we talked about yesterday, we talked about this morning as well. We got an arcing band of showers and thunderstorms moving from southwest to northeast, associated with what we call a closed off low that's centered in eastern Oklahoma. Well, what's going on here is along that leading edge, you're going to have to watch for what we call these brief, weak spin-up tornadoes here. So this is not going to be a situation where, you know, you get this monster tornado or something like that. It's not going to be like that today. The tornadoes that develop today are going to be relatively on the weak side, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you don't need to take them seriously here. So keep that in mind here. Something that we're going to have to watch as these storms move out towards the north and east here, guys. So it looks like they did take off that tornado warning here. Let me double check and make sure. Looks like they're going to expire the tornado warning at 4:15 this evening here. So the storm that prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning has been allowed to expire. However, heavy rainfall is still possible with this storm here. So I want to stress right now, those that are tuning in, like I said before, sorry for the late live stream. We had a lot of issues trying to get live on Facebook and on YouTube. But the tornado warning that is in place right now has been dropped. Okay, per the National Weather Service, they are going to let it expire at 4:15 this evening here. So keep that in mind. Those that are in the Cabot area, over in southwestern White County, Faulkner, Lonoke County, northeastern Pulaski County, those areas, like I said before, the tornado warning has been dropped. It is going to be expired at 4:15 this evening here, guys. Okay, so just double checking a couple things here. Like I said before, right now we should be good to go. Okay, so right now, let me see here. Let me go ahead and double check a couple of things. I think we should be good to go. John's going to let me know if we hear anything. Looks like amateur radio located in Cabot saw a brief rotation in the clouds to the southwest of town. Near Arkansas Highway 89 and Highway 5 about 8 minutes ago. It is now gone and lost within the precipitation here. So what happened in that particular situation here? So one, the brief rotation prompted the tornado warning. And then two, what happened is this line, what's called, it kind of outflowed itself. So the rotation was pretty much choked off on the leading edge of this line here. So like I said before, today's not going to be a day where you see these monster big tornadoes here, but it's going to be a situation where anywhere along the leading edge of this line will have to be watched for that isolated tornado threat here, guys. So like I said, good news so far. Tornado warning has been dropped. It's going to be allowed to expire at 4:15. We're going to hang on until 4:15 just to make sure that we don't have any extension of this tornado warning or anything like that, and then we're going to be good to go here, guys. I'm going to zoom this out while we're waiting for that 4:15 time frame to kind of give you guys a perspective of what's going on across the state. A lot of storms moving from southeast Arkansas up into northeastern Arkansas. The timing map I made this morning was probably about 4 to 5 hours too late. Looks like this line of storms came in pretty fast here. So this activity will move into northeastern Arkansas as we move into later on this afternoon and into this evening. Then what will happen is that will be it for the rest of the evening. Okay, so for those, like I said before, I know those that are tuning in right now in central Arkansas, you see that tornado warning, you're freaking out. I want to stress, they're going to let it go at 4:15. There's no evidence of this thing producing a monster tornado or anything like that. And even downstream, my folks in northeastern Arkansas and eastern Arkansas, We're going to be here if there's a tornado warning, obviously, but I want to heavily stress we're not going to have a tornado outbreak today, guys. Okay, this is not going to be a situation where we saw back in the spring where we had these big tornadoes, this big tornado risk. Today is just going to be a situation where if one cell really starts getting going and rotating, then it's going to go toward warning, and we're going to be here. But we're not expecting every single storm to produce a tornado today here, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so like I said before, this activity is moving into northeastern Arkansas. Elsewhere across western and southwestern Arkansas, you are good to go for the rest of this evening. You may have to be dodging some showers, possibly an isolated storm or two if you're going out about this evening or whatever. But right now, it looks like we're just kind of hanging tight. We're going to wait for another 3 minutes. Let's see that tornado warning gets dropped per the National Weather Service, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So right now, outside of John's report, I think that's pretty much it for right now here. Just double checking a couple things. I haven't seen any other reports outside of that. So this is the National Service in Little Rock. We'll keep an eye along the surges along this line pretty much. We'll need to see more of a west to east orientation to tap into the right shear. The 0 to 3 kilometer shear is weaker to the east as well, so the chances will decrease over time here. So that's good news. That's good news that this is going to start to decrease over time here. So we're going to keep an eye on it, just like National Weather Service is keeping an eye on it. Right now, like I mentioned before, this is not going to be a big-time tornado outbreak across eastern Arkansas, northeast Arkansas. I know that we're storm weary here in Arkansas, and we'll continue to have severe weather in June. I promise you guys, probably after today, I think that's pretty much going to be it for severe weather for a little bit. I'll talk to you guys more about that coming up in the next day or so here. So let me double check a couple of things. And yeah, the tornado warning's been dropped. Let's see here. Yeah, I saw that report, Kim. Pretty much almost saw it touch down. That kind of echoes the amateur radio operator report, where there was a brief rotation in the sky near Highway 89 and Highway 5 about 8 minutes ago. Looks like it's completely gone now. So that's going to be the situation today. If you get one of these storms to tap into that shear and really start to get going, then what happens is it can produce a brief tornado. But this is not going to be an outbreak by any stretch of the matter here. We just don't have everything in place for it. And this line is very fast and moving to the north and east here. So that's going to also cut down your tornado threat for today as well here. So looks like they're going to drop the tornado warning at 4:15 in the next minute or so. And then I think that is going to be it for right now. As a quick reminder, I understand, I know we had the issues with the 24/7 channel. We're working on getting that back up. Give me about another hour or so, and it should be back up on Roku, Fire TV, and also on YouTube as well here, guys. So tornado warning has been dropped as of 4:15 this evening here. Like I said before, those that are just now tuning in, you guys see it on the screen. The tornado warning has been dropped. Looks like they've even got rid of the special weather statements here. So for right now, this line of storms is non-severe, non-tornadic right now. The tornado warning that is in place at 4:15 has dropped per the National Weather Service. We're going to be on standby. If an additional tornado warning gets issued, we'll be here. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to send it back to regular scheduled programming. We're going to have radar updates on Facebook. We're going to get our 24/7 channel back up on YouTube, etc. But other than that, guys, I think that's pretty much it for right now here. So thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said before, I apologize for the late live stream here, late getting to that tornado warning, with Facebook being Facebook and YouTube being the same way here, guys. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it for right now. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated. Right here's your source for all things Arkansas weather. Thank you so much for watching this video. As a quick reminder, please support our sponsors. They make Arkansas Weather Watchers go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. And also, if you would like to become a SkyCam sponsor, please contact us at info@arkansasweatherwatchers.org.